We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you. Hard time at my level. There's always different levels to it, and there's different levels to the hard time, but we all having a hard time.
You look in the ocean, you see Ben Affleck, and you see Diddy.
That's it. I don't need to worry about Ben. Let me just tell you.
He was larger than life, but at first I didn't like him at all. You know, I didn't. I thought he was like, you know, ick. I didn't like him because, you know, Sean and I were very different that way. You know, I was very like family oriented and a kind of a, you know, the married type. You know, I was actually, when we first worked together in the video, I was married, even though I was going through problems, nobody knew that, you know what I mean? And I wanted my family, and even though at that time it was not going well, you know what I mean? That was who.
What he made me believe about myself only comes from love. Because nobody else could make me see that. About myself, moving. Because I didn't think much of myself. And so the world didn't think much of me.
Diddy has launched a shocking lawsuit against Ben Affleck, all centered around explosive footage from an FBI raid that's mysteriously connected to none other than Jennifer Lopez. Let's unravel how this all began, what the FBI was searching for during the raid, and how Jennifer's name became entangled in this chaos. But first, some background to understand the full picture. Sean Diddy Combs has never shied away from controversy, but his legal troubles have recently escalated to an unprecedented level. These legal battles began to snowball when multiple women accused Diddy of sexual harassment. These claims have painted a deeply disturbing picture of his behind-the-scenes behavior, with accusations that he exploited people using his power and influence. Among these accusations, some have even linked him to serious criminal activities, including ties to human trafficking rings. Although Diddy's legal team has been working around the clock to dismiss these claims as unfounded, the sheer number of lawsuits and testimonies suggests that this is far more than a simple case of exploitation. The involvement of federal authorities indicates that the stakes could be much higher than just Diddy's so-called empire. But how does Ben Affleck fit into all of this? To understand that, we need to delve into the connections between Ben, Jennifer Lopez, and Diddy. It's no secret that Jennifer and Diddy have a complicated past. They were a high-profile couple back in the late 90s and early 2000s, their relationship marred by controversy, especially after a 1999 nightclub shooting in New York. Although both Diddy and Jennifer were arrested, she was eventually cleared without charges. This incident was a turning point, leading to their eventual breakup. Fast forward to today, and Jennifer is in the process of divorcing Ben Affleck. The couple rekindled their romance after 2 decades apart, becoming one of Hollywood's most talked about pairs. But their past connections with Diddy have resurfaced in the most shocking way, through the recent FBI raid on Diddy's properties. Reports indicate that during the raid, authorities were searching for evidence linked to Diddy's alleged involvement in illegal activities, particularly videos featuring underage girls and other heinous crimes. What makes this even more explosive is that footage from this raid has somehow been leaked to the dark web. This leaked footage is the crux of Diddy's lawsuit against Ben Affleck. According to sources, Diddy suspects that Ben played a role in leaking the FBI raid footage, possibly through his connections with Jennifer Lopez. The theory is that Jennifer, having her own personal experience with Diddy's dark side, might have accessed the footage and passed it to Ben, who then leaked it to expose Diddy's alleged crimes. While there's no solid evidence supporting this claim, Diddy's legal team seems convinced enough to take this matter to court. But what's most shocking is the leaked footage itself. It allegedly shows federal agents scouring Diddy's properties, seizing electronic devices, documents, and other potential evidence. Fans have been stunned by the footage, which seems to confirm long-standing rumors about Diddy's criminal activities. One person commented, "When will we see Diddy arrested? He needs to shut up. He has done too much. Can you imagine what else he has done that we do not know about?" Another wrote, "Ben Affleck should show whatever tapes he has. This man should go to jail forever. He's a monster. And why in the hell would JLo get mixed up with this guy? Oh, I know, for money and her career, she's just as bad. She lied in court for this monster. But at first, I didn't like him at all. Now, let's talk about the lawsuit itself. Diddy's legal team has filed a lawsuit against Ben Affleck, accusing him of illegally leaking the FBI raid footage and causing massive damage to Diddy's reputation. The lawsuit claims that Ben's actions were not just illegal, but also malicious, suggesting that there might be a personal vendetta at play. If the court sides with Diddy, Ben could face serious legal consequences, including financial damages and an investigation into his role in this leak. But why would Diddy specifically target Ben Affleck in this lawsuit? Some sources believe it's a calculated move by Diddy to shift the narrative away from his own legal troubles and instead focus the public's attention on Ben. By painting Ben as the villain who leaked the footage, Diddy could be trying to discredit him and undermine public perception. Others speculate that this is Diddy's way of exacting revenge on Ben, possibly tied to lingering tensions between Diddy and Jennifer Lopez. Given their complicated history, it's easy to imagine that Diddy might hold a grudge against anyone close to Jennifer, especially someone as influential as Ben Affleck. Another theory is that this lawsuit could be a strategic form of damage control for Diddy. With the FBI raid and the leaked footage casting him in a deeply negative light, Diddy might see this legal action as a way to regain some control over the narrative. By going after Ben, Diddy might be trying to distract from the lawsuits filed against him and buy time to deal with the federal investigation. However, this strategy could spectacularly backfire, especially if more evidence emerges that further incriminates Diddy in the crimes he's being accused of. As of now, Jennifer hasn't said much about this incident. She hasn't made any public statements or posted anything on social media, which only fuels curiosity. Some fans think her silence means she's trying to stay out of the drama, while others believe she's just waiting for the right moment to speak up. Maybe even to support Ben. Now that the initial shock of Diddy suing Ben Affleck is fading, everyone's wondering what will happen next. This lawsuit could go in several different directions. If Diddy wins, he could secure a huge payout for defamation or emotional distress, especially if it turns out that Ben really did leak the FBI raid footage. Winning could send a strong message from Diddy that he won't tolerate what he sees as betrayal. It might also make other celebrities think twice about crossing certain lines, knowing they could face legal trouble too. But there's also a chance this could backfire on Diddy. If the court dismisses his claims, or if something surfaces that weakens his case, it could damage his life even more. Lawsuits often dig up more dirt than anyone wants, and Diddy could end up with even more negative headlines. The worst-case scenario is that he loses the case and his career takes a major hit from all the bad press. For Ben, the stakes are just as high. If he's found guilty of leaking the footage, or if this lawsuit drags on and keeps him in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons, it could severely harm his career. Getting embroiled in a legal mess with someone as powerful as Diddy could strain his industry connections and affect future projects. But if Ben manages to defend himself and the lawsuit is thrown out, he could come out stronger and move on with less damage. Jennifer Lopez, while not directly involved in the lawsuit, could also feel the impact. As Ben's ex-wife, any fallout from this could affect her career as well. Depending on how things play out, she might need to step up and publicly support Ben, which could pull her deeper into the drama. But what do you think? Will Diddy succeed in his lawsuit against Ben Affleck, or is this just another scandal that will eventually blow over? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If Ben Affleck is sued by Diddy over allegations that he leaked FBI raid footage, this lawsuit could trigger a complex chain of events with wide-ranging implications for Affleck's professional and personal life. The legal battle itself would likely garner intense media scrutiny, amplifying the stakes for both Affleck and Diddy. Should the evidence presented in court suggest that Affleck was involved in the leak, whether directly or indirectly, Affleck may face severe legal repercussions, including significant financial penalties, potential criminal charges, and lasting damage to his reputation. The lawsuit could also open the door to further legal challenges, as other parties might seek to capitalize on the situation by filing additional claims against him. From a professional standpoint, if Affleck is found culpable or if the public perceives him as guilty, his reputation within the entertainment industry could suffer tremendously. The negative publicity could lead to a decline in his marketability as an actor and director, with studios and production companies potentially distancing themselves from him to avoid association with scandal. This could result in fewer offers for leading roles, directing opportunities, or collaborations with influential industry figures. The long-term impact might also include strained relationships with peers and colleagues, particularly those who view involvement in such controversies as detrimental to their own careers. Conversely, if Affleck successfully defends himself against Diddy's accusations, the lawsuit could turn into an opportunity to enhance his public image. A favorable outcome in court could allow Affleck to reclaim control over the narrative, portraying himself as a victim of unfounded allegations. This could lead to a surge in public support, especially from fans and media outlets sympathetic to his plight. A strong legal victory might also discourage other potential litigants from pursuing similar claims, thereby safeguarding his career from further legal distractions. In this scenario, Affleck's reputation could be bolstered, potentially leading to a resurgence in his career, with renewed interest from studios and filmmakers eager to work with an actor who has demonstrated resilience under pressure. Moreover, the lawsuit could have a ripple effect on Affleck's personal life, particularly in his relationships with those close to him, such as his family and industry peers. If the case becomes a prolonged and contentious public spectacle, it could place significant strain on these relationships, especially if they are drawn into the legal and media battles. On the other hand, successfully navigating the lawsuit could strengthen his personal bonds, as those who support him during the ordeal may grow closer in the face of adversity. In conclusion, the outcome of Diddy's lawsuit against Ben Affleck could have profound implications for Affleck's future. A loss in court or a tarnished public image could derail his career and isolate him from key industry allies, while a successful defense might not only clear his name but also position him as a formidable figure in Hollywood, capable of withstanding and overcoming intense public and legal scrutiny. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our topic tank for your latest and greatest celebrity news.